welcome back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I'm going to be doing my February favorites. I'm going to go ahead and call this my January and February favorites. Since I did all the annual favorites, I really didn't feel like doing a January favorites right after all that. So this is about 2 months worth of favorites. So let's just get right into it. And let me know in the comments below what your favorites are. And subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll get into it. I'm going to start out with drugstore favorites first because, to be honest, there are more of them. The drugstore every January seems like just comes out with a bunch of new stuff, and everyone's been doing what's new at the drugstore hauls, and so I've been kind of playing around with all those, and this has been my favorites. These have all been things that I've actually tried and put through the test in the last at least month, some of them 2 months. So the first one I'm going to mention is these Kiss lashes. What's interesting about these is they are called the Blooming Lash, and they're for basically for multiple angles. They're basically 3D lashes, but drugstore prices. So I was really excited. I'm actually wearing a pair right now. I think I'm wearing the style Lily, but they have a bunch of different styles, and I haven't tried them all yet, but Lily I have been loving because they give you a stacked lash effect without having to spend 30 bucks. So they're cool. I found these at Walmart. Next up are some brush favorites. This one is the Morphe E4. This is what I use for blush. It's just perfect for the apples of the cheeks. I love it. It's super soft, and it's their Elite collection. The Morphe M501, I don't know if this has been left out of a favorites video. It's the perfect highlighter brush. These two I've only been using for about a month, and they are the Morphe M523 and the M527. This one I use for contouring, and this one I use for bronzing. So both very perfect density and taperedness and all kinds of goodness. So Morphe brushes for the win. Next up, I'm going to do face stuff. So primer has to go to the Nivea Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This has been a go-to for the last, again, month or two. I'm wearing it right now, and it doesn't really blur your pores, but it does extend the life of your makeup by hours. But if you want something affordable to blur your pores, similar to the Benefit Professional or the Makeup Forever Step 2 Smoothing Primer, is the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. And the formula obviously is drugstore, so it's not going to be totally a dupe for the other ones. Unlike this one, which is a dupe for a bunch of very high-end things. This one is great for the T-zone, and I put it around my nose and my chin, so I don't really put this all over my face, but it works great for blurring out your pores. The next two are sprays that I've been using quite a bit of. The first one is Pixie by Petra Makeup Fixing Mist. I use this before my makeup, after my makeup, during my makeup, whatever. And it just helps set your makeup and make it look a little bit more like skin again. This one is Pixie by Petra Hydrating Milky Mist with hyaluronic acid and black oat. It also has glycerin, so you can use this to spray on your brushes and get that metallic foiled look with some eyeshadows if you can use them wet. This is the kind of spray you would want to use with that. And I would compare this to like a drugstore dupe for the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin. These two basically do similar things. This one's a little bit more finely, not milled, but a finer spray. It's a little bit nicer, but this one will do the job, and it's like less than half the price. Then, of course, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Setting Spray has been a go-to this month as well. Next up, I'm going to talk about some new foundation from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I love this. I use this almost the whole thing in the month of January. You do need a lot of it, but it depends on what you want. If you want a thin coverage, then you don't need that much, but I like kind of a full coverage. I've been mixing it in with the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible. These two together are bulletproof makeup. I'm wearing it right now. Actually, this is one of my prom looks, so if you're interested in a drugstore affordable prom look, then stay tuned for this. I will link it below if and when it's out. I have been mixing the L'Oreal True Match Liquid Glow in Ice and Golden. At first, when I got these, I was not that impressed just as a highlighter. Like, putting it on, I was kind of like, It didn't really do it for me, but mixing a drop of these into my foundations have been a match made in heaven for my winter face and skin. It keeps the skin very luminous. I love the effect of it when it's mixed in together with my foundation. A new one that I've been loving is the Maybelline Master Fix Pro Studio Setting Powder. This stuff is incredible. I think I'm one of the only people that doesn't like the Coty Airspun. I mean, I'll wear it, it just the smell is too much for me. This one doesn't have a smell. You get a lot less product, but you don't need as much, and it's just so finely milled and it disappears into the skin. My favorite way to use this is with a damp Real Technique sponge. Yes, damp. Put this in the cap and then press it on the skin. That way you don't have cake face or any dry flaky patches. This really, a damp sponge with the powder, setting powder, helps it look like skin, and I've been loving this combo to set my face and under eyes. Some blushes that I've been loving is the new Wet n Wild Color Icon Apricot in the Middle and the e.l.f. Blush Palette in Light. These two have been my jam as of late. I especially like this one here. So I like these two. The new formulation of the Wet n Wild products are to die for. There are a couple more Wet n Wild products still to come. Next up is the nail polish, and again, Wet n Wild nail polish, One Step, Wonder Gel, amazing. My favorites have been Stay Classy, Condensed Milk, and Pretty Peas. My manicure stays for 5 or more days with this, which is incredible. Another favorite has been the Maybelline Master Conceal Face Studio Concealer. This has been a really good concealer for the winter time because it's a little bit heavier and a little bit more full coverage and moisturizing. It isn't really drying, which I like. Finally, the drugstore has a brow pencil that is comparable to the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I love this one and the NYX Brow Definer Micro Pencil. Both of these come with this spoolie. I love the L'Oreal because the color range is really good, the formula is really nice and pigmented, and the strokes are extremely small, so you can really build and create whatever shape of brow that you need. Next up, I won't talk too much on these, but the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Gloss. These are not matte. Their Attraction is what I'm wearing right now. And yeah, so I did a whole review swatch video. I'll link that as well if you're interested in seeing the whole collection swatched on my face and my thoughts on them. Next is the NYX, what are they called? Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette. This is basically a highlighting palette, but highlighters, I don't know if you guys know this, the trends for highlighters this year are going to be moving towards more colorful highlighters rather than just like a champagne or white or gold. Now they're coming in like purple and yellow tones, which actually this purple tone is incredible and extremely brightening for like inner corner or, you know, wherever you want to bring more light and attention. But this NYX Strobe palette is really, really nice because you have all of the colors you could possibly need in one. So if you're a freelance makeup artist, this is a must for your kit, and it's very affordable. Speaking of illumination, the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette is another favorite. I would compare this to a drugstore dupe version. And when I say that, I mean it isn't exactly the same formula, but as far as the effect and the color, it's gonna be hard to tell the difference. I love this underneath the eyes, setting the face all over. It's beautiful. I've also been loving the e.l.f. Bronzer palette and the e.l.f. Contour palette. Incredible products. I'm obsessed with both of them for a lot of different reasons, mostly because they're really buttery and you get a lot of good payoff with the colors, and so I really like those a lot. And the e.l.f. Mad for Matte or Matte, whichever, all matte eyeshadow palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now, along with a million other things, of course. But this eyeshadow palette is a must, and it's perfect for on the go because it's pretty much all the shadows that you would need to do a full eye look. And the last two from the drugstore that I've been loving are the Wet n Wild contouring palettes. I like both of them for different reasons. I like the contour shade in Dolce de Leche, and I like the yellow powder from Caramel Toffee. So both of these are great. The new powder formula is incredible. Good job, Wet n Wild. You and e.l.f. are like taking the cake with drugstore affordable makeup. Next, we're going to transition to more mid-range to high-end makeup favorites and beauty favorites. First up, some of these are limited edition, so if you're interested, I would grab them while you can. First off is the new Patrick Star collaboration with Formula X nail polish. Oh my gosh, I'm wearing them right now. So cute. So the colors are Lucky Star, which is this really pretty glittery shade, classic pink glitter. This one is She Better Work, I believe. Yeah, She Better Work, which I love, and this is really pretty. This will be good for Easter time. And then this more blue tone hot pink is Yas. So the names are cute, the creator is cute, and the collection is a must-have. I love his little signature there. So congrats, Patrick, you totally deserve this, and I'm so excited to see more and more YouTubers in my Sephora. Next up is the Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush Wardrobe by Too Faced. I haven't really messed a lot with Too Faced blush before, but I am a total fan now. But this is a great kit. You get 6 blushes and they range from all different tones. This is pretty much all the different ranges you could possibly need for a blush, and this is good too if you have a freelance kit because you have a wide range to choose from. So, and plus they're really cute. Next is the Kathleenlights Where the Night Is. I've been using the rose gold and the chartreuse color, chartreuse? However you say it. The rose gold and this really greenish yellow color a lot in the last month or two. So good job, Kathleenlights. Next, 2 eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Anastasia Self-Made palette. There are still some available. You have to kind of dig for them, but I am obsessed with Pink Champagne and Hot Chocolate and Sherbet. The whole palette is amazing. This is definitely one of those, you could take this on a trip and that would be all that you need. Bobbi Brown favorite is one that I've been custom making. I got some of these around Christmas time, but yeah, these are I've been using a lot of these tones right here the last month or two. Then I've been loving the Tartelette and Bloom palette. The only shade in here that I don't like is Funny Girl. This is a potential to be a really pretty champagne-y color, but you don't really get that much pigment, and I've been watching other reviews and everyone has pretty much said the same thing, but the rest of it is incredible. I would prefer this over the Tartelette original, and yeah, it just has, I think, 3 shimmer shades. The rest are satin or matte, and it's a little bit more of a warm tone palette, which I love. So next up for blush, the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette. I've been using a lot of this. I've been using this for a contour shade, this for my highlight, and this for a bronzer, and this for a highlight, and then these 2 for my blushes. So again, this is kind of an all-in-one kit. I think they're all designed to be blushes, but I use them for what I can with my skin tone, so I suggest you do the same. Next up, the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light. I don't bronze that much in the wintertime, but when I do, this is what I like to use because it isn't too orange, which I like, and it blends really nicely in with the rest of my skin stuff. Then my favorite contour and highlight setting powder type of situation has been the Marc Jacobs number 40 Mirage Filter. It comes with a really nice size mirror. This yellow shade is great for underneath the eyes, and this contour shade is also incredible. And it does compare to the Wet n Wild, so this is kind of a high-end version of that. So the Wet n Wild is kind of a dupe for the shades on this. Next up, the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. This has been another favorite I've been loving. I've been looking into the color correcting, complete coverage color correcting series, but I'm hoping to try those out and give you my feedback on that in the future. But I've been switching to Fair Neutral because the Fair Light or whatever one that everyone is was always sold out, but I found that I like this one because it's a lot brighter, so this is great for that under eye brightening, which I've been needing a lot of this winter because it's been a very emotional one, a very tiring one. We've traveled a lot and I've needed the extra help, so thank you Naked Skin. And the Naked Skin Foundation, perfect for winter face. Your skin is really dry, flaky. This stuff is great and it's not too heavy of coverage, but I like mixing a pump of this with my L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible. Together, incredible. Then the Givenchy Liner Couture eyeliner. This is a pricey number, but it is totally worth it. It lasts quite a long time and the stamp type feature is unbeatable. and I love the wing that this gives me. Last but not least is the Besame Translucent Brightening Vanilla Powder. This stuff smells really good, it works nicely, and it's been taking the place of my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder for the winter time while my skin's really dry. This is a little bit more, not conditioning, but it's a little bit easier on my skin than the Laura Mercier, which I do love, and I will resume once the humidity hits Florida again. That will be my saving grace, but for now, this has been my go-to, and I love it. Okay, so I lied. That's not everything. This is everything. The Ofra Liquid Lips in Harlem, Staten Island, and the Bronx are beautiful. I've worn these I don't know how many times in the last probably 3 or 4 months. Especially, I just love a good, like, really strong wing and like a black or almost black liquid lipstick has been my favorite kind of easy, lazy makeup look, and it makes you look like you did a lot when you didn't. So yeah, these 3. I love the formulation, they're not patchy, and they last forever today. So now that my voice is completely gone, that completes this January, February monthly favorites, if you will. And yeah, let me know what you've been loving in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! You know, what am I talking about? These are just good lips I'm wearing right now. What am I wearing? But yeah, so this is a trio holiday set for all 3. This is Mary Luminizer, Cindy Luminizer, and Betty Luminizer, and this is